I always wanted to illustrate children's books. I went to art school and then I went to college for illustration. Like it's always been my goal. And I would submit projects, send it out to publishers, get rejections. And it wasn't until I was, I think, 36. So I started late in life. And I lost my job. I was an art buyer for educational publishing, so I got a lot of exposure to different styles of illustration, and met a lot of and worked with a lot of great artists. But then, I did that for a decade, and then the company I worked for went bankrupt, and I was just like, what do I do now? Uh, and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna do one last ditch effort to like write a children's book or illustrate a children's book. And I sent it out. I did not like writing it. And so I sent it out to, I think 60 publishers.
Wow.
That I really admire or wanted to work with. I sent it out and then I waited and waited. And a couple of rejection letters came in. Some were encouraging where they like, I'm sorry, we're not currently looking for a book of this style, but we think you are really talented. Please continue the hard work. And then I got an email from Owl Kids Books, and they said they would love an opportunity to work with me. And so then I went home and I waited and waited again for a follow-up email. And then I finally get an email where it says, I think we should talk. So I went in and they said, unfortunately, they found a story that was similar that was published in New Zealand. And I was devastated. But before I left, I was just like, I'm not going to give up because I finally got my foot in the door, right? And I said, okay, I have this other idea of a skunk tied to a balloon. And she's like, with her, yeah, sure, let's do it. Like, I think this is great. And I said, that's all I have. And I said and then she said, go away like for a week, come back with some kind of plot points. So I went away and I like made something up. I brought it back in and she loved it. And she said, let's do it. And so I did it. So that's how I got started.